Hello, Facebook Live. CamiBaker.com here. Whew, it's been a little while since I have talked with my Facebook Live people. I have actually took a little hiatus. I went to the other side of the country, went and met a wonderful new man, John West. Hi, John. How are you? And so now that I'm back, I just had some yummy conversations with a couple of my clients, and I wanted to share what is going on with these couple of clients and how the swirl of masterminding is just alive and well. So I have a new client, and as you all know, the book that I have is Mingle to Millions, The Art and Science of Building Business Relationships and Mastering Referrals. And so when I work with a client, it can take on a lot of different directions and meanings, but one of the things that I love to do with my clients is talk about be the event. And be the event takes on a lot of different meanings. Hi, John Morton. John, I'm talking about you, John Morton. Can I talk about you and say your name? I just did. Good. And what I love about my new client, John, is that he is all about being creative, open-minded, understanding what I'm talking about with why we create these events. We are thinking long-term. We want to create an event, not just so that the event can be great and just so that money is raised and causes are benefited and people grow and learn, but also for the long-term vision of it. So John and I are talking this morning, and I am asking him what is he passionate about, and he mentions to me something about the veterans, and he's a veteran himself, and we're talking about that, and then he starts talking about something else about pets, about rescue pets. He's got a couple of rescue dogs, and it's came together that, you know, Pets for Vets would, sorry about that, and he looked it up and found out that that organization actually does exist, and we can tap into that. But here's the thing: if we create an event, because we are creating an event, let me rephrase that, because we are creating an event for, say, August or September this year, what we'll do with that is now, instead of John Morton going to boring Chamber of Commerce events and your typical BNI stuff and just the typical run-of-the-mill networking, he can actually create his own networks and create his own networking by having this event. For example, he will want to mastermind with the Veteran Society, the Wounded Warriors, the ASPCA, the local pound, veterinarians that want to give back and help out, maybe donate their doctor's visits to the veterans who take on a rescue pup, maybe pet stores that will donate items for the pet, maybe the food, because as you know, anyone with PST, post-traumatic syndrome, when they have a pet, it makes their life a lot better. And of course, the pet's being rescued, so it saves its life. So it's a win-win-win-win all the way around. So as John is out talking to these different people, he is tapping in to each of their networks individually. He will create hundreds of contacts just from creating the event itself. And now, when he's out networking at these other events and meeting people, when people say to him, hey, what do? He can talk about, well, I'm so glad you bring that up because I've got this event going on. It's going to benefit the veterans and the animals and the this and the that. So gives him something fun to talk about that's not so damn boring. Hey, Jeff, I'm excited, bro. I'm driving down right now. I'm heading to Boston to do our event tonight. Yay! I'm heading down early. I'm always early, but that's okay. I'll get there and make some calls or something, or help you set up. That's another thing, guys. Always get to events early. So John and I have this great conversation and got him on a path, a trajectory of excitement of getting something rolling. Then I get on the phone with another client of mine, Chris Booth. Chris is also in the same caliber of John, wanting to up his game in networking, wanting to be creative and create stuff like this. And so I told Chris about what John and I were talking about, and Chris is all over being a collaborative force in this. He knows people in the animal rescue realm. His wife has done things for the veterans to give back, etc. So I put Chris and John together so that they can collaborate and share resources and relationships. So not only can each of them start building their own networks, but coming together, they can now collaborate and network together, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm super, super excited about how that happens. When people say, well, what do you do with the client? And what does it look like? It's hard to say. Everybody is so different. But when I've got two people like this that are inspired, inspirational, open-minded, looking to really up their game and ready to take on the Cami Baker experience of creating these events, therein lies the magic. Therein lies the magic. So that's what I really love to do. I'll teach people how to give a handshake and teach them how to not give an elevator pitch and all the, the elementary parts of good networking etiquette. And my book is all about that, but the book also has a chapter in it on how to be the event. How to be the event. And so that's what I really like to promote. Da-da-da! See, I can even hold my book up while I'm driving. So, the other thing I want to talk about is, as I was talking with one of my clients today, we started talking about affirmations. And I just want to point out that every human being on the planet, constantly, all day long, is making an affirmation, good or bad. Now, problem is, 95% of people are affirming what a loser they are, how they hate their job, how their relationship sucks, how the world's out to get them, blah, blah, blah. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So if we're going to be affirming something all day long in our head or verbalizing, why not intentionally, strategically decide that which we want to affirm and speak it into existence? And it's really important that when we're speaking it into existence, we're not saying, I want to be extraordinary. We say, I am. I am extraordinary. I am a change maker. I make a difference. I am making a difference. So we want to keep it in the positive, in the present, in the affirming that it's already happened, already in existence. And so I was speaking with this client today about going on a rampage of appreciation with our affirmation, which is something that another one of my mentors has taught me over the years, is not just say the affirmation, but go off on a tangent about it. And I'll give you an example just right off the cuff. I am fabulous. I am extraordinarily fabulous. I am so fabulous. When I walk in the room, people want to say, ooh, who's that girl over there? I want to talk to her. I am so fabulous, fierce, and on fire that if I was any better, I would elevate and I would just glide across the room. I am fabulous to the nth degree. You just don't understand how fabulous I be, right? So it's just fun to take off on a tangent with it and really get into the feel of how that feels to be that which we say we are. So many people, when they do affirmations, they've never been taught, and that's why we don't understand how they work. But when we say, I want to be this, or one day I'll do that, or even when we say, I want to make more money, there's so many things wrong with that. I can't even begin to get into it now, but more money is very ambiguous. I want to is in the future, right? So I am abundant. I am fulfilled. I am totally outrageous. And when we can get into that place, especially when we're first thing in the morning, last thing at night, before we go into a conversation, before we walk into a networking situation, keeping in mind that networking is not just a place we go or something on our calendar. If we're getting ready to get on the phone and make a prospecting call or a follow-up call, or if we're getting ready to send an email to someone, or if we're getting ready to make a post on Facebook, or for God's sake do a Facebook Live or something, we should be doing those affirmations before we do all of that so that we show up and be that which we say we are. Any one of us can be in a slump and just be having a bad day and maybe not feel good. That's normal. That's natural. It's called being human. However, when we walk into a situation where we are being the event, so for example, right now I'm being the event, and it doesn't matter what happened 5 minutes ago or last night or yesterday or what I'm focusing on for tomorrow. I need to be present right here and now so that I am projecting, I am posturing, I am presenting I am positioning myself as that which I want you to perceive and receive. And so having these affirmations and really getting into them and feeling into them is so massively important. So I just really want to share that, because this particular client that I was working with really got a lot out of this conversation. It really gave him a something to really sink his teeth into, to really get behind. So, CamiBaker.com here, heading into Boston to do a speaking event tonight. And Jeffrey, who was on just a minute ago, I don't know if he still is the leader of this group, Massachusetts Professional. I apologize. I've spoken at so many groups in Boston, and they all are Professional Networking Boston something. But this is a big one and a good one, and he's got a lot of people coming. We've got I think almost 200 people registered tonight. And so myself and a couple of other speakers are going to be there helping to expand your business and your mindset. And at the end of the day, you're you know what, when I go to an event, there's three things going on. Number one, I like to be with my people. I like the energy in the room. I like to be with like-minded, entrepreneurial, forward-thinking people, which is one of the main reasons I like to go to conventions nationwide. Because if I go to California or Florida, I'm actually getting on a plane in the morning to go to Florida for one of these events. When other people have had to fly in to be at an event, that's where the yummy magic happens. Because we've all made an effort, financial, emotional, physical effort to be there, and we're in it to win it. So number one, there's that. Number two, there is getting the material, whatever the speakers are talking about. So it's always something, a subject matter that interests me. And number three is it's building the relationships and the resources to develop the revenue. So of course I'm always looking to build my business, et cetera, and part of that is looking for speaking engagements. Part of it's looking for one-on-one clients. Part of it's looking to collaborate with other speakers and share stages, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a great event tonight in the Boston area. If you are entrepreneurial, if you're a small business owner, if you are looking to build your network, because you know that your net worth is related to your network, right? Our net worth is related to our network. So come out and learn how to NetWeb. So networking, and I keep using that word because people understand it, but understand networking doesn't work because it's random activity. You show up, you throw some cards around, and you pray somebody calls you, and you go home and hide under the covers. Doesn't work that way. NetWebbing leverages our time. It leverages our time by planned strategy. So what I'm doing with John Morton and Chris Booth is I'm helping them to leverage their time through planned strategy. So even though it's going to take some effort to get this event put together, every single thing that they're doing in the effort process is building their network. And now it's building their network from a place of them being a leader, of them being a mover and a shaker, of them being seen and perceived in their marketplace as the way that they want to be seen, as opposed to just randomly walking into a chamber event and handing out cards. So, I'm heading into Boston. Who wants to come out and play? And I'm also doing that of the group on May 3rd. I'm doing the group program, and I am looking to have a couple more people come into the group program. How to acquire 30 highly qualified leads in 30 days in as little as 30 minutes a day. How to acquire 30 highly qualified leads in 30 days in as little as 30 minutes a day. If you would like to learn how to do that, first of all, go over to the Mingle to Millions Facebook page, and you can see the 7-day challenge that I recorded last week, and you can get a taste of what it's going to be like. And if you want to be a part of the program, send me a private message, and I'll see if you qualify to be in the group. Got about a dozen people in the group that are all firecrackers, on fire to build community, to build business, to make a difference. So I look forward to talking to any of you that want to participate in that soon. Take care.